What is music? Where do we start? Actually, it's everyone knows what music is, but why and how it works, I still don't really quite understand the mechanism by which music can go straight into your soul and grab you and move you and change you as a person just through changing musical notes and the order in which you put these notes, you know, and you have someone like Beethoven who comes along and can really write a piece of music that once you know it, you feel like you can't imagine life without it. Music is a magical thing. I mean, I feel incredibly lucky that I was shown music at a very early age and I've made it my life, but it's a way of expressing some of the great essences of the human spirit, of the world, the universe, in ways that are so hard to put into words, things we feel. Somehow when we hear great music, it sort of resonates and we feel like we understand the world a little bit better. I'm one of the lucky ones that had it. I was surrounded by music from birth. So my mother played the piano. I grew up, you know, she was not a professional pianist, but she played a lot, loved music. I would sit by her while she practiced as a kid, or they would listen to the classical music radio station all the time. So I had music around me. So when I was 3 or 4 years old, I used to take rubber bands, what we call elastic bands, and we would string them across. I would string them across my dresser drawers in my bedroom, and I would open up the drawers to create pitches, and I would play try to copy songs that I had heard, and I was just fascinated with actually maybe it was the physics of it, how the strings make sounds. And my parents discovered me doing this and said, okay, let's get him a violin. So I was 4 years old, I got my first violin. I was a shy kid in many ways, sort of introverted, but when it came to music, I just felt like I was happy to get on stage and play for everyone. I just loved communicating through music. You know, right before I go on stage, it's not my favorite moment, actually, to tell you the truth. You know, there's the nerves, and anxiety, and trying to get into that zone, which inevitably happens once the music starts. But once the music starts, once you start playing and getting into that world, I wouldn't say I become a different person. Because it's really getting in touch with who I am. You know, music, you're really going deep into yourself, and you're exposing yourself in a very vulnerable way, which is I think one of the gifts that you need, is to be able to do that unself-consciously and be able to just let yourself do this in front of lots of people. I think like an actor, a great actor can do that. You know, a not so great actor, you're aware that they're self-conscious of, you know, but somehow a great actor, they just become. In acting, you might say they become someone else, but it's also, I think it's more important that you're finding an honesty within yourself, and a bit of magic has to happen, and when it happens, it's a great experience. Yeah, I use the word magic. You know, my father, who's not alive anymore, used to, before I go out on stage, his last words, instead of good luck or break a leg, he would say, do your magic. That was his description for what it takes to go. So I use the word magic because it is, you know, what happens with music or art. All art is a bit magical.